Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Alex with the Inside Scoop. So I wanted to just do a quick video just to give a couple of updates because it's the new year, and as you know, trading has begun for FX Supreme, which is my signal copying service. Yes, that's right. You can plug into my forex trades and copy my signals to your own forex account and make some money for yourself. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. If you choose to copy the signals, it's all on you in terms of, whether or not you want to take that risk, right? Because there are no guarantees in trading. Anyway, with that being said, so the signal is called FX Supreme. We have started the trading week. I'm up $45 on my $1,000 account and roughly about 1.80% growth so far. So for this week. All right, not too shabby, not too shabby. We're gonna keep on going, keep plugging away, and keep making those gains. So guys, last year, I think December, I was telling you that if you're copying the signal and you're on NVFX, you should switch over to Hero FX because they have tighter spreads. Okay, they have tighter spreads. So if you're copying the signal, just so that we're all on the same broker and you don't end up having different results, than I have. Where, for example, my trade stays open, but for yours, the trade hit your stop loss. So if you want to try to avoid that situation, again, switch over to Hero FX. I have a full video explaining exactly how to do that and how to copy the signal, which I will leave in the description of this video. Okay. All right. So that's cool. And what's actually really cool as well is Hero FX is running a contest which began yesterday. And I said, you know what, let me go ahead and enter it. And right now I'm currently in first place. So let's see. Hopefully I can hold on to the title until the 31st of January. So hopefully, I win it. Right now I'm in first position. So let's see if I can hold on to the belt. All right. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about today? Oh, yes. Okay. So for those of you that are looking for the 8-minute trader automation, so they did release the post 8 alerts, which are the blue signals. Okay, so I had to update the bot to be able to take those signals as well. So to those of you that I've already sent the EA to, you can message me and request for the updated one. So right now we're currently on version 2.5. Okay, so if you don't have version 2.5 of the automator, the EA, then you can message me and get the automator. If you're watching this video for the first time and you're not sure what it does, simply put, what it does is it automatically takes the signals, these sell and buy signals. It automatically takes it. So even if I'm sleeping, I can set the EA to take trades for me. Okay. Now, that being said, guys, I want to set the right expectation here, guys. The automator does have default settings in there, but it's up to you to tweak the settings, right, so that it works for your trading style. Okay, it's not just, you get the automator, you just take every trade and you make money. No, it's designed to help you with your trading style. Okay, so if you're very new to trading, my recommendation is 8-minute trader is supposed to release the one-click trader soon, and although they said they're not gonna give you the settings to use, they will recommend what they think you should set, you should have your settings to. So simply put, just wait for that, and once they release the the settings that you should use, you could just plug it into the EA and then have the bot, just kind of take trades for you based on those settings. Okay, because the way that I use the automator to trade, I don't just let it just take every trade, and it's taking buys, it's taking sells. No, what I do is, and I'll just show you quickly what I do. Okay, I kind of combine strategies here, right? So I've been trading for quite some time. So typically I try to look for where price has maybe dropped a bit or risen a bit, and then I try to take either buys or sells only based on the direction that I think price is gonna move. So let me show you an example. So yesterday I saw that Euro Canadian, so Euro CAD, had made a nice kind of, a peak here at the bottom, okay? And all this was in here at the time, right? So looking at this trade, oh shoot, let me turn off my auto mover here. So looking at this yesterday, I'm like, okay, you know what? Price has been dropping for quite a while. So my bias was that price is gonna rise. So coming into this next day, I set the bot to only take buy trades. Yeah, so I set the bot to only take buy trades, hoping to catch it before it rises. See? And that's exactly what happened on this trade, right? It caught it here at the bottom. And I could show you that trade here if I flip over. Give me a second here. Yeah, okay. So if I go to, where was it? Was it EuroCAD, right? And this was yesterday. So let's take a look here. EuroCAD, there we go. So I flip over here, and I think I got a trade in Pound CAD as well, and then there was this other trade in EuroCAD. I think that was it. There. Yeah, 2 EuroCAD trades. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so let me move over to that time frame I was looking at on the other chart. Yeah, it was right here. Perfect. See, look at this trade. So that's what I mean by you can't just get the bot and just, toss it on every chart and think you're just gonna make money with it. It doesn't work that way. You need to have a strategy in mind. Okay, you need to have a strategy in mind when using the bot. If you don't have a strategy in mind, again, just wait until the one-click trader is about to be released and the 8-minute trader team gives you, their recommended settings, right? Or if they suggest what has been working as per their testing, then you can plug those settings into the EA. Okay, so here we go. Basically, I set it to buys, and then it took this buy here. Okay, and if I draw the risk to reward ratio, you can see that based on this 75% pullback here, I got about 1 to 13 R, and then for this one it would be a little bit less, right? I think that one is, let's go here. That one is about 4R, 1 to 4R, so which is not bad at all. So that's exactly what I did. That's what I do, right? I don't just flip it on and hope for the best. No, that's not the way it works, guys. You gotta do a little bit of work. Okay, you gotta do a little bit of work, and what I like to do is I go into the strategy tester. So if you click here, this icon right here, sorry, not that icon, this icon right here, you can go into the strategy tester, right? Plug in your settings. So you click, you load it up here. So here you select the expert. Here you select the time frame. Here you select the instrument. Here control points, and then expert properties. So when you go into the expert properties, you can see that it's color coded based on which alert you want to automate or take automatically. Okay, so here's where you can play around with the settings. Okay, once you play around with the settings, then you just go boom, 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 boom. You say, okay, I want to run it. Then you can just take this, okay, perfect, and entry 1 and entry 2. Entry 1 is that first pullback, which is right here, and then entry 2 is, sorry, the other way around. Entry 1 is the first pullback right here, and entry 2 is the second one right here. In the case of a buy, entry 1 is here and entry 2 is right here. Okay, All right, so you have that, and then you click OK. You go into the strategy tester. You're gonna click on Start. All right, so you click Start. If it doesn't work or you get an error inside the journal, what you can do is click F2. Okay, and then you can find the instrument, and you're just gonna double click here, double click the 5 minutes, double click the 15, and then click download so that it downloads the history. So when you click run, this is back testing. Sorry, it started right away, so I gotta go ahead and, oh boy, stop that. And let me stop that. Okay, so I'll start it, and then I'm gonna load my template, right? The template onto the chart so I get the alerts, and then I'll click on the play button, right? So that's it, right? So then you can see the alerts, right? And then you can adjust your settings accordingly. So my advice is focus on one chart and try to tweak your settings to that one chart, right? So yeah, so then it'll just, you know, take the settings based on that. So anyway, let me just go ahead and pause that for now, and I'll switch back over. Let me open a new chart just so I can show you. Let's see here. I'll open a new chart so I can show you how to configure the settings. Okay. So this would be how to configure the settings for the automation, guys. So in case you do like get the bot or whatever, and you want to know like what every setting means, this is what every setting means. Okay. First, I'm gonna drag. So once I've loaded the rev alerts and the post 8 alerts onto the chart, RPA FX, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag the automator onto the chart. Okay, so I'll drag it, and it's gonna ask me, do I want to stop? The reason it will ask me that is because a minute trader, all this on the right hand side is an EA, right? You can't have two EAs on the chart. So loading the automator gets rid of this EA. Okay. All right. Generate random signal. Don't worry about it. Keep it false. Don't touch that. Max active orders at a time is exactly what it says. That is the maximum amount of orders you want at a time. So if there's 10 orders, it will not take the 11th order. Magic number, you can leave it alone or you can change it. It's up to you. For those that are in a prop firm, so that you don't have the same magic number spitting out, you could just change this number. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Just leave it alone. Work on, this is where you could set it to buys only or sells only or both. This is what I was saying, that my strategy, I actually select a direction. I don't just specify both and just leave it alone. Okay. All right. If an alert comes out and you have pending orders for entry 1 and entry 2, like the 75 pullback and the 25% pullback, if there is 30 candles after that alert and the pendants haven't been triggered, then it will delete the pending orders. If I make this 100, then it will wait for 100 candles before it deletes the pendants. Okay. This, the intention of this was that, like, if you were taking, like, for example, the main entry, which is the alert, and it was too far from your stop loss, then it shouldn't take the trade. But honestly, I keep this to false, so you can just keep it to false. You don't have to touch that. Leave this alone to 20. Don't touch that. Fibble level here is the pullback. So if you want to take, for example, a 75% pullback, you didn't want a 25%, you want a 50% pullback, you could set that to 50. All right. Otherwise, you could just leave it alone at 25. So those are the Fibonacci pullback levels. All right, so these are the colors. You have green alerts, you have yellow alerts, and you have blue alerts. So basically, if all of them are true, that means take any color of these alerts. If some are off, then it'll only take the colors that are true. And this is main, that's the main entry, and then these are the two pullbacks. So if you wanted to only take, let's say, like only the 75% pullback, you would turn this both to false and keep only this to true. Colors again for the sell signal. So this was for the buy signals. This is for the sell signals. This is again for the sell. Okay. So there's a buy section and there's a sell section. That's why there's two. This is times that it shouldn't take a trade. All right, so I have it defaulted to between 4 and 6 p.m. because the market moves very slow at that time. So you could just leave that, or if you want to change it to your own specified time, you can change it to your own specified time. You just gotta find the time in your MT4 window if you want to specify a different time. Stop loss. You can either make it by bar or by fixed. If you make it by fixed, that means this is where you adjust what the stop loss is. This right here is 20 pips. It says 200 points, but 200 points equals 20 pips. Okay. I like to do by bar and then by the last 10 bars, and I like to set it to just like, again, it depends on the instrument, but normally I just set it 2 pips. I know it says 20 points, but 20 points is 2 pips. If you're trading US 30 or NAS 100, the indices, then this you'd have to set to like 200. Okay. Because those instruments have a bigger stop loss. Okay. A bigger spread, sorry. Those instruments have a bigger spread. All right, so the risk, you could set it by percent, which is right here. This is 0.10%, not even a percent, 0.10%. If you want to set it to 1%, you could just do it like that. But I like to keep it low. If you do by money, then you have to change this one. This is $10 right now that is risking. If you do by lot size, then you have to change this one. This is 0.10 lot size. I like to do percentage of my account. So this is the percentage of the balance of the account. Risk to reward ratio. Basically, let's say your stop loss is like 5 pips. Then if you have 5, that means you're going for a take profit of 25 pips. You're saying when the trade hits 25 pips, which is 5 times what I risk, then take me out of the trade in profits. So that's the risk to reward. If it's 20 or if it's 10 times and your risk was 5 pips, then it's saying take me out at 50 pips, which is 10 times the risk that I took. So basically you're risking 1% to make 10%. Or 0.10. Let's say this was 1. You'd be risking 1% to make 10%. That's what that means. All right. So you have separate parameters for that. For the main entry, you also have it for the entry 1, and you also have it for entry 2, so you can modify based on the one you need. Move TP, don't worry about it, skip it. Trailing. If this is true, then I could set, like, let's say my target was 10R, which is 10x, 10 times what I'm risking. I could say trail at 8 when I'm 8R, so 8 times in profit, trail it by 2. So it'll move the stop loss. It'll move it by 2, RR. So let's say my trade is 8 RR or 8x in profit. It'll move my stop loss to 6. When it goes to 9, it'll move it to 7. That's how it works. It's just a way to secure your profits. So that's how the trailing works. Break even works the same way. So triggers, if it's 3 at 3 RR, it'll move the stop loss to 1 pip in profit. Partial close works the same way. So let's say that if it's 10, let's say I'm aiming for 10 RR, and I want that when I get halfway, I want to close 50% on my trade. So I could do like 5 RR. So at 5 RR, first of all, I turn this to true. And then at 5 RR, I would say close 50% of my profit. And that's for the main. So you could control entry 1. You can control entry 2 as well. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get over a cold, so that's why I keep having to pause. All right, so yeah, so these are individual parameters for main, for entry 1, and for entry 2. Martingale, don't touch it. Very risky, so don't touch it. Ignore it. Pretend like it's not even there. All right, so that's pretty much the settings. So I mean, once I click OK, you see at the top left corner. So first, what you want to do is select your time frame and then enable the EA, right? So just do it like that, but it's fine. It'll still work. All right, so that's it. So this is my time frame. This is the EA. So when I see this at the top left corner, I know that the EA is working, and I can then you know, I can see that it's working. So that's pretty much it, though, and that's how I set it. If I needed to edit something, I just right click on the chart, and I go back to expert advisors, and I go to properties, and there we go. That's how I can edit anything, and I can click on OK. When you first get the EA, you need to copy it. Okay, so you need to copy the EA. So you download it, you copy it, you go to File, you go to Open Data Folder, you go to MQL4 and Experts, and then you're gonna paste it in. So you paste it here, okay, and then you close it. And then then after that you click this yellow folder, then you right click here and click refresh so that it shows up, okay? And then you can drag and drop it on your chart like this, or you can open your chart and you can just double click on it, and then it'll say, yeah, you select yes, then you go ahead and set it up. All right, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. If you're not part of A Minute Trader and you would like to, message me on Telegram, and I'll show you how to get started on A Minute Trader, so that you can get access to these indicators as well as the EA. If you're an 8-minute trader but you're on a different team, reach out to me on Telegram and we'll work something out so you can get access as well. Okay? All right, so that's all for now. Take care. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.